So I'm here today at the home of Miss Coates. That's at 125 Willow Ridge Drive. You can see I had to put it up there on the ridge. It's going to be Indian Springs, Alabama. That area code's 35124. And her State Farm claim number is 0190-T as in Tom, 847H as in home. Today, we're going to be attempting to repair this wind damaged shingle right here. As you can see, very creased along the top. And today I will be using industry standard flat bar to do so. So the first thing we're going to do here is just very gently remove these seals. And we'll do this for the shingles directly above it as well. Check to make sure. So right there, that's a point of failure already. That is mat transfer. And so now this shingle is not going to seal down properly, and you can see it go across that entire tar strip. That would typically be cause to end the video right there, but for the sake of this video and this repair attempt, I'm going to film myself do the repair anyway, even though it's already failed. I'm checking there's more mat transfer too as we're going. I'm trying to break these seals, and as you can see, I'm not being too rough on them. You can see there's more mat transfer running across that shingle there. And what mat transfer is it's the mat from the shingle above it coming off onto that tar strip, and that prevents it from sealing anymore. They took a pretty big chunk of the shingle with it right there in that corner, and I'll come back and revisit everything at the end. So as you can see, I'm not lifting these up too high. There's already a pull through right there, and that's kind of causing a big crease, along with, look at this, if you don't mind getting a close-up right here, there's more mat transfer. So there's just another reason that it's not going to seal. Again, we're being as gentle as possible with this, trying not to cause any damage. And so look at this, I'll show this too. Upon removal of the fasteners, look at the chunk of shingle it's taken with it. So that is a big problem as well when trying to do these repairs, and is another really big point of failure.
That is a big problem as well. Check it out.
Looks like I'm getting a phone call. Or not. Looks like Siri's going off, so I apologize for that, fellas. We're gonna keep going. Let's see. So it looks like all of these nails are just pulling through. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to sit here and continue to show you all of the nail pull throughs, because it's going to happen again and again. And I will have to apologize. I do have to lift this one pretty high to get this fastener out. We'll have to come back to that at the end. Drove those in there deep. As you can see, I mean, this is just kind of chunking these things up a little bit. And here's another one. That's a massive chunk of that shingle that this fastener just took with it. So it's a pretty big point of failure there. Should be able to just pull this right out now. Looks like I'm missing one right here up at the top. Yep. Again, we're trying not to lift these too high as not to cause any mechanical damage to this roof. Again, with how they put these fasteners in, it's pretty difficult to do that. And again, yet another chunk of shingle has been taken. So It's a pretty big point of failure. Get that thing out. So here's what I'll show just upon removal. And you can see it, just the bits and pieces of shingle of that mat transfer coming through. And if that's gonna be the case for all of these shingles, that's unrepairable because it's just gonna lead to more wind damage because they'll never seal down the same way. So today we'll be going back with an Owens Corning Onyx Black 3-tab shingle. I'm gonna get all these fasteners up out of the way really quick. So I'll show this too before I even go back with the next one. Look at all the mat transfer on this shingle. Trying to remove that seal. It looks like there is a little bit of a size discrepancy on these shingles. I have to get this one measured. But let's go ahead and put these fasteners in real fast. And we'll go through that whole process. So. So as you can see right here, if you take a look at that, the one flaw in this roof snake is that it causes these unnecessary hail-like impacts. And I'll come back and visit that at the end as well. But when it causes those impacts, now you're looking at causing leaks and water intrusion into the home. And that is a large problem. Another big flaw with the roof snake is when you're driving nails in, it almost never gets them in the way you want it to. Again, there's another hail-like impact right there left on the shingle. And again, like I said before, that is the biggest design flaw with this roof snake. And you will have to forgive me for the length of this video. I'm old and I have to stretch my legs from time to time. So. Again, there's another hail-like impact, marked impact dent left right there in the shingle. So we just have a few more fasteners to go in here. So this will be our last fastener, and then we'll kind of just do a little crash course between all the failing parts. So as you can see, there is no creasing There's a little bit of creasing that's occurred with these shingles when you give them a little gentle swipe. As you can see, this new shingle, no granules are leaving because it's in great condition. And there's some slight creasing here from that manipulation, which, given the roof snake, kind of prevents that. But here's the big problem we're looking at. I'm gonna use a different color chalk here. There's a large impact right there. There's one point of failure. There's a second large impact right there. There's number 2. There's now a large impact right there. And when you come up here and look at all these, when I pull these up, they're gonna seal down a little bit better. Well, let me show you on the old ones. Look at all the mat transfer when lifting, trying to get these teeth unsealed. And look at the chunks, the big gaping holes it left when I was removing those original fasteners. And it's on all of them. Look how big that one is. Mat transfer goes all the way across directly above that line. And again, there's more mat transfer that goes all the way across directly above that line. So because of that, I'm gonna have to call this a failed repair attempt and ask that you please review this. Thank you and have a blessed day.